Alright, we're gonna get this party started. This is Behind the Lyrics, and Real DVL is in the building, in the car, in the building making a killing. Let's go. Live with it. That would be one of the hardest slash not hard songs that I ever made. Does that make sense? So the thing with Live With It is around the time that I was making this, I was reading this book called Dealing with the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I think I'm quoting it right. Outwitting the Devil, that's what it's called. And the most fundamental idea behind the book was like self-accountability and the fact that we're all in charge of what we see here, what we manifest in our lives. And a lot of people don't want to accept that because a lot of people like the idea of surrendering themselves and surrendering their accountability to whatever life throws at them, and it's not the case. That's not really the case. Everything that happens to you outside of uncontrollable things is like a result of a thought that you had in your head. And the whole thing about Live With It is like, it's in the title, live with it. I'm talking about a lot of things on that track, a lot of personal things. And one of the biggest things about this album was I wanted to separate it from anything that I had done in the past. For a while I was trying to prove that I could out-rap or I could rap with the best of them. And, in reality, I was just looking for myself the entire time. I'm done with comparisons. I'm done caring about what other people think. My commitment now, even if, it doesn't sound like the catchiest thing in a club or, something that you might hear on the radio, is giving you me. I understand, my responsibility in this now. I understand that there are other people out here that could be going through similar things, that I'm dealing with. And I've been blessed with the voice and with the talent and with life, by the man upstairs for that purpose, to help others, to love others the way, I want to be loved, as a dreamer. So I take a lot of responsibility for the things that I put in, the messages that I leave in, the words that I choose when I write, when I craft these songs. And the idea behind Live With It is, letting the audience or letting people in more than I ever have before, to the point where I'm painting a story, painting that particular story. The whole album is like, it's expansive. It would take me a while to talk about the entire, message and the entire point of that entire album. But like, that's basically it. The summary with Live With It is the idea or the challenge of like going through these things and stuff and still manifesting a new mindset within this turmoil, which is something that not all of us want to wake up out of bed and do. Alright. My mother changed the locks. Fuck it though, she gotta live with that. So the song kind of starts off with me getting kicked out. And like I said, the song is mostly me talking to myself, but telling a story to you at the same time. So, my mother changed the locks. Fuck it though, she gotta live with that. Like I said, situation, you hear me bamming on the door, boom, 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 can't get in. Situations, a change in mindsets, a change in personalities, a change in, thought processes led us here to the point where we disagree, to the point where you're doing something like this to me, and I could either fold, beg, plead, or like, back down, or I could say, fuck it though, she gotta live with that, cause people gotta live with the things they do to you, It's your choice what you want to live with and what you want to exist as. But you can't control what other people do to you. She got to live with that, not me. I put the money in her right hand. World mind put the Bible on my nightstand. I've been helping my mom out on and off like half of my life, Never really asked for shit. Get up, cut the grass, whatever I got to do to get a little bit of change, put some groceries in here, and cook because, we ain't really have that. growing up, we had to raise ourselves, you know? You know, it is what it is. That's just how it works, you know? So here's a little nigga, 10 years old, 11 years old, or whatever, like putting money in your right hand, like helping out, feeding himself, taking care of himself, because all I hear is complaints about bills every single day, you know? Be seen but not heard type shit, you know? So that caused me to want for myself, and my big sister helping out, you know? So we did what we had to do, you know? And can't nobody take that away from me. So you want to kick me out, you want to do all these things and stuff, I always put the money in your right hand. You know, the next line is, you know, that was me acknowledging that. The next line is, world mine, put the Bible on my nightstand. Like, I already know what I've done for you, and you got to live with what you're doing to me. But now I realize the world's mine. I put the Bible on my nightstand. That's me saying I'm going to live by my own Bible, so this Bible can stay on my nightstand, but I'm going to keep it close because I'm always going to stay true to the teachings, you know, in this that have gotten me here to where I am today. This world is mine, you know. Sitting by you suicidal, but we light fam. So that's the firm belief that, like, we all have an opportunity, right? We all have people that we love and people that we care about. When you come from a gene pool to where, like, both sides, you know, you love them, but, like, both sides, both people and stuff tend to be cynical or pessimistic or look at the worst side of things or the worst side of life, you know? When you have that in your environment, you know, we're all susceptible to negative influence. Even when you're not thinking, you're thinking. If you're not thinking positive, then you're guaranteed to think negative. That's along the teachings in those books. So now that I know I'm susceptible or liable to get influenced by negativity, these are people that I care about. These are heavyweights in my life, man. Like, these are people I looked up to at some point. So what can an optimist or somebody that's becoming an optimist gain by staying or sharing a space with a pessimist or somebody who is basically stands for the opposite of that? Nothing. Misery. You can coexist, you know, but if you choose to share a space with that, you have to understand that you're signing up for that frequency that they're throwing off to come back to you at some point. And you can only keep your wits about you so much. It might not even be words that they're saying to you or ideas that they're shooting down that you've had. It might just be their actions and the way they carry themselves. You are who you surround yourself with. So sitting by you is suicidal. It's killing me. It's killing what I'm trying to do. But we like fam. You know, even though we're family, this is bad for me, you know? Let's see. Sleeping in the car, thinking gets you far. Bless your heart and soul, mastermind. You see where I'm at right now? This is me right here. This is me. Sleeping in the car. That's how much I care about having my own space, having my own freedom, having my own peace of mind. You know, not disturbing myself, not backtracking myself along that path that I'm trying to shed myself from. Sleeping in the car just to get away from that. Just to have a place I can rest my head where I'm not getting influenced. Thinking gets you far. To be able to get strong enough to do something like that, to manifest a car, to have something like that, you know, when you're coming from an environment, you know, where people only look at the worst opposite, you know, the worst things. To have the nuts and the courage to die for something like that. Thinking gets you far, because that's positive. That's not, oh man, look at what life's throwing at me now. That's not that. It's not that at all. That's Cool, this is happening. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me look for a solution. You put the same amount of effort looking for solutions as you do to give up. But the only thing with giving up is, it's all a part of it. Life is about patterns. Nature sets up patterns. Spring, winter, fall, I think those are the same thing. Spring, summer. Spring, summer. You know what I'm saying? It's 4 seasons. We're all victim to patterns and habits that we set. That's, hypnotic rhythm. Mastermind. Thinking gets you far. Mastermind. Mastermind. That's the principle of 2 or more positive individuals coming together in collaboration and harmony. That's not dominating the people that you with. That's 2 or more people that are positive, being around you, influencing you, building you up. Because the one thing that the devil can count on when we get depressed or we get sad is for us to isolate ourselves. That's one of the dumbest things that you can do, especially if you're blessed enough to know on hand positive people that you can call that don't want to see you like that. Let them niggas come around you. They're doing what God is putting in them to do. The devil can fight you one-on-one easy because it never stops. As long as you're awake, you're having thoughts. So you got to constantly fight to think positive. When you're already sad, you're already wounded. So now the devil just got to jack you up. But when you get around 2 or however many people that you know are positive and are going to leave you feeling good and capable and powerful, the devil has no choice but to disperse because he has more than one opponent. Y'all are jumping him now. That's why in the Bible it has the passage that says, wherever you find more than one gathered in my name, that is where I am. That is where my kingdom is. That's where you'll find me. So, I gotta cut you off. I'm a non-drifter. I got a wife now. I'm trying to bond with her. It's simple. There are people that feel like life happens to them, and there are people that recognize it's all about what they choose to do. Smart man adjusts to his environment and what he sees around him. An unreasonable man makes his environment adjust to him. Therefore, all progress in his environment and his world depends off of the unreasonable man. Nipsey Hussle. You feel me? I'm a non-drifter. Life don't happen to me. I happen to life. And I change it. And I touch it. And I influence the thing around me. I shape my destiny. Yahweh is within me. God is within me. I'm a non-drifter. I gotta cut you off. I'm a non-drifter. I gotta cut you off. It don't mean what people think it do. I just gotta budget my time around you because I know, I love you so I can be around you, but I do acknowledge that I'm susceptible to negativity and influence, so I gotta budget my time around you. It don't mean fuck you, I hope you die. That's not what that means. Lingo is what it is. Words are man-made, so you attach your own meanings to them. Cut you off. I'm a non-drifter. I got a wife now. I'm trying to bond with her. If I'm with somebody, right, I'm with my wife. Now I'm with my girl, who is going to be my wife. How do I have anything positive, anything good to give to her if I'm sitting around being influenced negatively to you, Because I got to go back and I got to bring that to her. She's my main mastermind. That's why marriage is important, is because y'all are both locked in together, so the devil can't have you because you have a positive spouse and a positive example. You feel me? Marriage is important. You see all these miserable people out here because everybody's trying to consume you and make you believe the opposite and stuff. That's the devil's work right there. Marriage is important. Monogamy, having one person that you're committed to, a real working relationship, that's serious and that's powerful. That is focus. Look at all the greatest people in history and look at the woman right behind them. Or the men right behind them. You feel me? wife, now I'm trying to bond with her because we're one flesh. So if I'm being corrupted out here by these negative thoughts, I'm one flesh with her. I'm one with her. I got to come back to her with that, and I'd be polluting her. That's the other reason I got to cut you off or budget my time around you, because I'm accountable for what I take back from you. That's my fault, not yours. And it'll always be my fault, what I take back from you. Know myself, know my limits, know what I can handle and what I can't handle. That's what this is. Nothing else. See. We can elevate. Me and her are going to elevate. Me and my girl are going to elevate. Focused mind will get you better fate. Self-explanatory. I made a better tape and still a better tape. Never desperate. Never desperate. Bob weed for these catches. I'm bobbing and weaving on you niggas. Sorry, but I'm present. I'm here. I'm aware. I mean, you're too skeptic. I see a new exit. I be a new checklist. Get up, nigga. Talking to myself there. Improvise another master plan. She looking at me like, that again? Go with my heart and my soul. Hop on my wave like some Africans. Master plan is what you get from masterminding with those positive individuals. She looking at me like, that again? Sometimes I impress the fuck out of myself, you know, and while I do that, I impress my girl, I impress my baby, you know. Like, damn, you at it again? That's what your girl should be saying at you, you know. That's what your girl should be kicking to you. Like, that again? Damn, boy, you killing it, you know. She looking at me like, that again? Go with my heart and my soul. Always. Always. Wrong or right, always gonna go with my heart and my soul. I don't need your advice. You ain't never did what I'm trying to do. Go with my heart and my soul. Hop on my wave like some Africans. Y'all think I'm being slick right there. Well, it's about to get slicker. Michael B. Jordan said it in the Black Panther movie. They were abducting slaves from Africa. Some stayed on the boat. The other ones jumped from the ship into the ocean, committed suicide. They died because they knew that death was better than bondage. There are millions of people right now unhappy, not taking control of their lives because they feel like living to see another day is better than dying for freedom. That's a sickness. So, there you have it. That's the first part.